Hey guys, back again with another video. This time I'm reviewing Game 2 of Saint versus Reflection. Like I said, I'm trying to get into the Wilder esport. Maybe I'll do some Master Duel videos. I don't know, I just haven't been vibing with you here lately. Yeah, that being said, we kind of skipped a bit here, but, you know, it is what it is. Reflection looks like they will be on the blue side here. Yes, Reflection looks like they're on the blue side. Put this on 2. Yeah, so Reflection on the blue, Saint on the red, it looks like. So these are basically similar bands to last game. So last game, I believe it was the same bands on the same side: the Thresh, the Olaf, the Cossacks. This time on the Reflection side, you're seeing the Jace, the Lee Sin, and the Brand. I believe it was Senna. What else was it? Senna, Karma, and the Brand was last time. So, we'll see. Ooh, so we're gonna see Reflection, first pick Karma. Good. Like I said, I believe in the last video, I haven't seen much of this. I want to see a lot of it. Karma, she's got a new unique tool versus PC League, and I think it'd be really interesting to see what she does. That being said, they're going to give over the set. I didn't talk about it in the last one, but I'm a big believer in their set. I thought Konsui did really well on it. And, like, I feel like if I like, had to, like, say who my impact player was, it would have been either, well, it would obviously icing on the Jays, right? Like, big impact. But, like, I think that Konsui did just as much. I think that the amount of pressure that set provided, especially early game, level 1, was really good, and I'm a really big fan of it. So what else are we going to see out from the Saint side here? We're going to see the Jax. Jax, I don't really know much about Jax. I'm just really hoping to learn, but I know that he's like generally just a very good scaler. You're going to see the Pantheon here on the side of Reflection. I've never been a big Pantheon truther, not a Pantheon guy myself. I think that there are situations in which he's okay, but I don't see why, unless Reflection thinks specifically that he's good into Jax or the set, like unless they think that he's going to be able to deal with one of these specifically, I don't see why you'd pick him. I think that there are better top laners to pick. Yeah. They're going to pick the Malphite again. Malphite, even though I don't think it had the biggest impact last game, I think it was generally a solid top lane champion. And, you know, if you wanted to, you could always switch it up, put the Malphite in support. There's a lot of things that you could do with this composition. Then we're going to see Saint ban out the Galio, Reflection ban out the Ziggs, Saint ban out the Gragas, just banning out a lot of the top laners, banning out support in the top laner. Or, well, yeah, Gragas can be support too. So, putting on 2 times speed has me messed up. But yeah, the Gragas, I know that he's been a popular support pick. I know that he was a popular top lane pick. He can be flexed really, really where you want. Reflection banning, then what? The Ziggs and the Ashe. Why would you ban Ziggs unless you're worried? So, I don't see why you would ban Ziggs unless you're worried that Saint will pick Ziggs for the bot lane. Or like, yeah. Unless you feel like the mid that you want to pick has a bad matchup into Ziggs. So like, what exactly could they be thinking here is interesting. So then we're going to see the Ezreal again. I thought Nori looked really good on this champion last time, and so I think it's a good pick again. You know, if you're gonna put on a carry, put them on a carry that they look good on. You know, if they're feeling hot on Ezreal, put your carry on an Ezreal. You know, I think that while matchups do matter, at the same time, if they're hot, they're hot. And I think that last game, Nori was hot. and then the Camille. So this means Pantheon is 100% going jungle. It looks like they're going to do a Karma support with a Senna ADC, and then the Ivory mid. Ooh. I think this is... Where's the tank? That's my question. Who's your frontliner here? Like, how are you killing the Ezreal? How are you stopping the set from running at you and just like wombo comboing you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what stops them from just kind of... What stops them from just like saying, okay, we have Zed, who like was a really good engaged champion. We have Jax, who I know at the very least can engage. We have Ezreal. He's got the ability to move. He's got high mobility. He can get around. He can get to the back lines. You've got Icy, who like, or you've got Malphite. I don't know why I said it's because Icy has the Malphite over him. But yeah, I know why. But you've got the Malphite, who's been just like, he was really good for engagements last time. He was really good at the follow-up engagements, the stun. Yeah, I don't like this. I think that... And they pick another dive champion. I think Diana's a really good dive champion. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to write down what I think on a notepad this time. Right? And I think that in the draft... Excuse my shitty handwriting. Just gonna give it a little bit of a dot so you can see my colon. I think the Saints have very clearly won this draft. I think that Reflection has no tank. And I think that Saints has a really good dive comp. Yeah, excuse my shitty handwriting. So, what do I mean by that? So I think that I don't know much about Jax, right? I've never played him. But at the very least, I know that he has a high mobility and that he can get to the back line. Diana can't get to the back line. Set has the ability to wall off the front line and get to the back line. I just don't like this Reflection draft. I feel like you're just gonna get like your damage is like really consolidated in my eyes on Irie and Senna. So the moment one of those two dies, you lose like either your AP or your AD. And like, unless I see a really unless Karma shakes something up, maybe there's like a tank Karma build, or like maybe Pantheon goes like full tank, Camille goes full tank. I don't see where you tank. I don't see where a lot of this like body blocking damage is coming from. So yeah. We will skip. Didn't Blanks play ADC last game? What? This is interesting. Blanks played ADC last game, so I know Karma is usually being run as support, so am I missing something? Okay, and we are in the game. Hold up. Let us slow it back down to normal speed. Okay, so the first thing we see here. God damn it. Reflection lose to level 1 again. Like, look at this. Both of your team has been stunned. Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna go 7-5. We're gonna take this shit slow. Both of your team gets stunned. Nori's just popping the fuck off. And then KT's dead, 100%. Yeah. Oh my god, this is... What are you... The reason you lost last game was that you lost level 1. Right? Like, I feel like that's the reason you lost last game. You lost level 1, which let Saint take really good advantage of how they took map control. And you're just doing it again. You're doing this shit again. Also, yeah, I was not tripping. Blanks was 100% on the Jinx last game. Like, hold up. We're just gonna do some little. We're gonna do a little investigative journalism here. Yes, Blanks was 100%. So, what the fuck? Okay. So this has me even more confused, right? Because if Blanks played the Jinx, does that mean that he can play Karma? Or is this one of those things where, like, he doesn't know how to play Senna? And so Senna isn't in his pool because Senna's a support. You have your support playing Senna, and then you have your usual AD player playing Karma? This looks like a pool issue. This is going on the... Actually, no. Like, blank Karma. I don't understand. Like, this is so confusing to me. I have no clue what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna make this bigger. Right, like, where the fuck did my mouse go? God damn it. Okay, there we go. Right, like, support. Yeah. So, again, before I get further into it, I'd like to remind you all that I'm not a Wild Rift expert. I may be being stupid right now. If I am, let me know in the comments. But, like, I'm sorry, but this makes no goddamn sense. You have a guy who, like, he looked okay on Jinx. I'm not going to say he looked great. I mean, he did get kind of owned the last game a few times. But, like, he was in weird positions sometimes. But, like, he wasn't playing bad. He, like, played it pretty well. Like, he was an average ADC. KT played a pretty good support. Average support. So why are you switching them is my question. Okay, we'll just move on. I will not be able to figure out the answer. So then we see here. Actually, I want to go back and look at that again. Okay, so we missed the first few seconds of this fight. But what we see Set stunning Karma in the back, right? And then Senna in the front. Wait, no, Karma's in the front, so... Okay. So it looks like KT tries to sit in the bush so that he doesn't get hit. Or is he trying to take damage? I don't... Why are you staying in the bush here? I don't like that. I think that staying in the bush is the wrong option because Ezreal has a really short cooldown on his first ability, level 1. He will annihilate you. He also does a lot of damage with his auto attacks. Okay, well, Blanks managed to get down there alive. Okay. Look, Reflection, I don't want to do this to you guys, but, like, you can't keep... Level 1 is the most important level of the game. That is my take. That will be my take. That is my take for this video. That can be my take for last video too. I think that if you lose level 1, it snowballs incredibly harder than like losing level 5. If you lose the level 5 fight, you've played even until this point, you can play different objectives, you have a way to pivot around the map, I think, a lot better than if you lose level 1. because now this Ezreal can snowball this gold lead. It's about 500 gold ahead. He's 600 gold ahead of the Karma. Set's about like 300 gold as well. Or yeah, basically. So if we're looking at this, I don't know why the. So Ezreal is about 300 gold. So Ezreal is about 600 gold ahead of the Senna, and Set's got 300 gold. Yeah. And in the early game, oh my god, Konsui, you're nutty. Yeah, but that's just a really nice flash. The exhaust, like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I think that staying there is a little bit greedy, and like, you know, you get punished. So, yeah, we're gonna have the fight mid. And then Pantheon seems to be roaming towards. Oh, he's going for the jungle camp? Who did he? So it looks like Pantheon did a fast bottom clear. He now you can see my mouse, so I can actually do this, I forget. But it looks like he started red buff, or he started Krugs, I don't remember. I can just go back though. Yeah, so Pantheon starts red buff, or no. Does he start red buff? Yes, it looks like he starts red buff. Yeah, this is just weird because it's a flashback. Yeah, so he starts red buff. He goes birds. Wait, he hasn't taken birds yet? This is confusing. Okay, so he does take birds. He does take birds. I was like, if he doesn't take birds, that makes no sense. Yeah. So he starts red buff, takes birds. Meanwhile, the Jax, right? Jax starts red buff, goes Krugs, goes birds. And I think that hurts the Pantheon a lot. God, I wish I had a marker on the screen. Yeah, but that hurts the Pantheon, right? Because now the Pantheon is going to be behind in gold. Yeah. Already about like 50 gold behind. Probably killed a small bird. We'll see if that gold lead jumps up a little bit. But yeah. And like, he got nothing on the map for it. He just came and he helped midwave. Oh. Maybe I was wrong. I will eat my fucking take that I said a few seconds ago. I think that Pantheon was right not going for Krugs. The ability to get at assuming that he gets a kill here. We'll see. Maybe he wants to contest the Jax? But that should be the kill for Jax. And yeah, I don't get it. Now you're just kind of behind Jax, and you really got nothing for it, right? You're now about 200 gold behind, and like 200 gold isn't much, but like it's a minuscule advantage, and like Saints don't you don't need Saints to get further ahead. Plus like 200 gold, you're missing out on the spawn again, so good route from Senna it looks like. And then just getting the chip damage. And that's what you want to see if you're Senna right now. Like, you guys are behind. You're probably going to end up being about a level behind until maybe 6 or 7. And so you kind of just want to play for this sort of like, yeah, we're going to sit here and we're going to farm. Even though you will get denied XP. Good on Konsui clearing out that ward. And look at this already, right? You've got 1, 2, 3 red wards all around the dragon pit. They have so much vision right in here. The moment anyone tries to come back here, they will know. Blue has 1, 2, 3 wards, but none of them are getting any offensive vision, you know? This is similar to what I was talking about last game, but I think that ward placement has not been great. I think it's been gaining Saint a lot of offensive utility, while it hasn't been really gaining anything for the reflection side. And see, look at this, right? Watch this Diana. So Diana, right? I was watching this, right? Because I was watching this rotation to Jax. I want to see if they got anything here. But like, look at this. Look at the route that Diana takes. She's just gonna walk into their jungle. She has no fear because this entire area is cleared because they just had a ward here, just went away. And look at this. She can just walk back here, no fear. And that allows them to just push them off of this tower so far. You can just kind of see they've just lost so much space, like right here, right? Their jungle, this area where it should be safe for them, is not, because they no longer have any sort of like vision. Sorry. Okay. Moving on. Let us look at this fight that is about to happen. So Pantheon is going to ult in. Did not mean to do that. Actually, I might as well stand full screen. So Pantheon is going to ult in. And look at this. He immediately gets carried towards his... He gets carried away from his team. You can see the distance here on your screen, right? There's a big amount of distance here, right? If you look at the distance, this is one of those times that spacing is really important, right? Konsui takes the Pantheon damage. If you look at the distance here to here, it's like about the same as here to here. But this means that they don't have the ability to engage as well anymore, right? Because the moment they see this, they go, oh, we're taking out the Pantheon. They immediately start focus firing. Konsui gets a big shield, and look at that Moonfall. And this is all started, I'm gonna say, because I like how Konsui plays this, right? It forces them to say, we are now level 5. Konsui's like, yes, we can now use Moonfall, the Diana ult, get a huge one, but they have to get in here, right? If you look at the spacing here, they're nowhere near as like closely spaced, right? Right, if you tried to Diana ult, you'd have to get like right here where these two lines sort of cross to get any sort of value out of it. But now, they're all going to have to fall in here and get in, which sets up the Diana ult for massive value. And then everyone just dies. Yeah. Senna does get a slow, but there's no way to get a kill here. Okay, now we can go back to normal speed. Or should I get rid of the stuff up here? In the top lane, it's the same matchup as last time. So looking at this right in real time, you can see Konsui. He immediately knows the moment Pantheon ults, he's gonna I'm gonna get behind him and I'm gonna pull him in. Right, and then they all collapse, right? In real time. This is like, the reason that I'm showing this in real time is because I think it's a really good example of this Saints decision making, right? Because like, Blanks, Osu, KT's the only one who's like, yeah, that Diana ult is about to own us. And he like steps back. And Konsui still gets away alive, which is the worst part. You get nothing here. just positioning around the mid lane. It's a good try to kind of get some value. That being said, the moment I feel like this is a bit too late from Boom. Like the moment you see this dive, like at this range, there's no way the Ivory misses a charm. Why don't you just go in now? You know, like I feel like you miss an opportunity there. You might be worried about Icy, but like you can't afford to. It's 4-0. You're down 3K. You know, take what you can get. And so now we are taking the dragon. And so let's sort of go back here. We're gonna go back to normal speed. Normal speed by 0.5. So what do we see? We see they immediately start collapsing in. They do a lot of damage. You can see the Senna using her Wraith to get these guys out here. So Senna's gonna hit the slow onto the jungler, or the root, and so that's gonna get 3, which is not bad by any means. Konsui's gonna try to get some, looks like, damage in here. The big ult from Senna does a good amount of damage. Doesn't seem to do anything to Camel due to that Jack's ability to reduce damage. You can immediately see the moment they get pushed off, they put 2 wards up here, and it is now what looks to be a 3v4 for FX or FLX Reflection. So what do I think about the way they took this fight? I'm not gonna lie, I was really worried when I saw this approach. I think that the biggest important part of this was KT hitting that 3-man root, right? Why did they all get calves together? Oh my, it's the Karma ult. Oh my god. That's why I was like, what? Why do they all get gooped together? This is a really good Karma ult, because should Saints have the opportunity to collapse onto either side, right? Like if they can push up top or down bottom right here, right? Like if they can push towards blanks, this is a 4 versus 2 basically, right? Because Boom can't really, if they go this way, Boom can't get in. And if they go this way, they can't, like Blanks and KT have a tougher time getting in. But then you get that Karma ult into the 3-man root. Unfortunately, there's no one there to take advantage of it, but that is much better than losing a player. Really good on reflection there. I think that was really well played. Get out of the way. You can see Camel uses his damage reduction, otherwise he's dead here. Nori takes a good chunk there, unfortunately. Misses the root. Okay, then what? So Icy goes in. Using the Moonfall, only hits... I'm sorry, what? That did not look like it hit. Okay, so where is Blanks here? I'm sorry, what? Okay. I'm gonna try to pause this. Icy's here. He goes Moonfall. There is Blanks. I'm sorry, but he looks like he's outside of that. I mean, you know, that is great for Saints because now he is dead. Yeah, so that puts him right into the Konsui ult. In the meantime, they do get the dragon. So KT down here kind of zones Nori. Oh God, KT's in such a bad position here. Because, like, right, as KT, you want to get in here to do damage. You want to be, like, right here, right? Where this, like where my mouse is. But, like, the moment you come here, Camel, Nori just go down this direction and kill you. Right? In the meantime, your entire team, and the reason for this is because your entire team got zoned out of where they were, right? They were kind of like, right? So your team was here. Your team was here, right? So you were then, like, this is where you want to be, right? But this is also a good position for your teammates to be in. You're not too close. But the moment your teammate gets zoned off by this Diana ultimate, which, like, I'm sorry, Blanks. I'm sorry for your loss. That's some bullshit, but, you know, you're kind of out of the fight. That being said, they do get the dragon, so they take those, you know, but it looks like there's going to be... Blank should be dead. I can't tell who this is. I think that's Osu. No, that's not Osu. Blank should be dead. Oh, that's Boom. Boom is dead. Yeah. And you're not going to be able to get the souls either, which is tough at the very best. Yeah. So that was just like, that was a good dragon take, but IC really like has been clutch this series. I think that game one, if I had to like give player of the match to somebody, IC would have been like my personal. IC would have been like the one I picked, but my personal pick would have been Constantine. So far, IC has been like almost just as good as he was on the Jace, on the Diana, and like he was extremely good on the Jace. And the moment you see this, you can see they immediately start rotating up top. Camel still hasn't backed yet from when he got chunked. You can immediately see they start trying to get vision. They kill the little scuttle. Pantheon ults. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I think this ult is any good. Because, like, this ult is either mildly useful because it, like, tells you where people are and it's a good zoning tool, or, like, this ult is, like, bad. I think it's really bad. And so, I'm trying to decide which of the two I think it is, right? So on one hand, right, it sort of forces people off that are in that area. It puts people in a weird position where maybe they want to like try to walk past it and like they can't because it does a lot of damage. So maybe you get some people trapped in the Rift Herald pit or the Baron pit, I suppose. On the other hand, you're doing it blind, and you saw what happened last time. Every single time you ult, like last time you ulted into Konsui, not last time because he ulted. Like, I think he's ulted again, but like the last time you ulted blind or like sort of blind, you immediately got picked up by Konsui, dragged into his team, and then got killed. So I think that you shouldn't be ulting unless you have positive visual on where Konsui is. He's gonna get away with this one, but like I think that he could have been punished very badly. I don't think that was worth it. That being said, they're gonna start taking the Rift Heralds. The ult came out good. I think it was a bad ult in practice. I think you would much rather have a visual on if there is anyone there and then ult in, right? Because your ult really got no value. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that ult. Big knock-up. Wait, they turned this. Okay. We're gonna have to go back and look at this one in 2.5. Yeah, let's go 2.5. We're gonna go real slow. Okay. So here we see the Malphite is gonna eat the root. So he then proceeds to, so that he doesn't get rooted, he goes, I'm gonna ult. He becomes unstoppable, and he also eats what is Osu's charm. Osu gets knocked up, but Malphite still is charmed near the end, and so all 4 members of Reflection are just going to collapse onto him and blast him. Then it looks like they all get knocked up by, I think that's the set. What? Okay, I'm trying to... So it looks like they all get knocked up by something. I wish I had like a frame by frame in this. Is there a way to do that? Nope, not what I was looking for. Okay, there isn't, but... So I'm just gonna like... Okay, so they all get knocked up by something. I think it's the set. Yeah. And then the Jax does his little spinny ability, stunning them all. Good Hextech ultimatum, it kind of like knocks everybody out of everything. And it looks like, yeah, so Osu is basically dead here. So so is Malphite. So You're trading 1-for-1 at the very best, or the very worst. So Malphite dies, and then Ari dies. And then it's a 3v2. You've got what? You've got Extirpate, you've got Boom, and you've got KT versus Konsui and Camel. And that's a good matchup because like Konsui is a support, he's not doing much besides, CC. I like the focus fire on Camel, right? You kind of understand that Konsui isn't the threat here. But look at Icy coming in. Also, the Rift Herald's at 700 HP, so Camel is within smite range. Did he smite this? That looks like he smites right there, Camel. Which is like not a great smite. Like you want to use that to confirm it because you're taking a 50-50 here. Was that Boom maybe smiting it, right? Because somebody smites. I think. That looks like a smite, I swear to God. Yeah, because it goes from what? Goes from like what? Something to like... Yeah, it goes from like 11. I feel like that's a smite. It might not be, and I'm just missing something. Like I said, it could be just being an idiot. But Camel gets the dragon, or the Rift Herald. So that's a good one. Icy comes in. Does he have ult? He does not. They're all going to get rooted from KT. And then KT looks like he's trying to play two of us. That being said, you're now in this situation where you've taken a 3v2 and it's now becoming a 2v3 because Boom is going to die here. And then you've got KT versus Konsui, Icy, KT and Extirpate, right? And so like even if you trade 1-for-1 here, trade Extirpate Konsui, in this scenario KT should just fucking leave because you want to get the kill on Konsui and then leave as fast as possible. That feels like a huge waste of an ability, right? Because like you're doing nothing when you hit Icy. So you get the kill onto... Oh, and Extirpate manages to get out. That's a really good flash. I think he gets out safe here. Oh, nope, he's dead. I think that's about as good as it could have gone though for Saints. Obviously, like there's better scenarios, but like in that is very good. You have stopped the bleeding, and you've gotten a lot of like your ability to play back. And so it's just like you're getting there, you know? Like this isn't the game winner, but like you aren't gonna lose. At this point you can play. God, 1x looks so fast after being on 0.25. So right, now we're gonna watch this in real time. He's gonna get charmed, knockup. Right, and then you're gonna see the Hex Tech Ultimatum come in. Kill the Malphite. So that's one. That's two. Yeah, so they went up a kill. No, they went even in kills, but they lost the Herald. Yeah, that's not what you want to have happen. That being said, going even in kills, that is a plus. Right? Like that means that you have, even if you haven't closed the gold gap, you've closed the amount of time, right? So the way that I think about this, and like I don't know if this is the wrong way to think about it, but like eventually there becomes a point. We're gonna pull up out as paint for this. This is gonna be a little paint issue. Where's my mouse? There we go. We're gonna draw a little graph over here, right? And so like you got your here and your here. So this is going to be our time axis. This is going to be our G, our gold axis, right? And so in an ideal world where no one kills anyone and we all live in peace, it looks something like this, right? Where the gold over time is basically equal to 1. That being said, things like kills, bonuses, make your gold over time look more like this, right? Because once you, that's actually bad. That's a bad line. It'd be more like this. Where's my mouse? Things like, you get a kill here, you get like an objective here, and then you like get a baron here, and so like that's like your gold, right? And so there's also the thing to consider that is red team, and then blue team has gold over time that looks like this, right? They get a kill, but they don't get the objective, and then they get like another objective, but they get a few kills, and then they kind of taper off, right? But eventually you reach a point. I'm gonna call it the line, the black. No, I don't want it to be black. I'm gonna call it the purple line, right? The purple line of doom. And it is at this point where everyone has bought everything, right? This is full build. See, full item. And once you reach the purple line right here, it does not matter how much gold you have, right? The gold, right? I'm going to draw another graph. So like, let's say we have a third. Let's say, right, we have a different game, right? So this is game 1, where red and blue play. But once you hit here, it doesn't matter, right? So like, let's say you have a third team, green team, that like, they're just dominating everyone. And their gold looks like this, right? They're just up here. They're making massive amounts of money. And then you've got your fourth team. We'll say it's orange team, right? So green versus orange is what you're looking at, right? And their gold over time looks like this. Actually, fuck, that's a bad line. You can't go under. You can't go under it. Their gold over time looks like that, right? Once they all hit the imaginary purple line, it does not matter the difference between green and orange here, because they both have full item build, right? And so the way that you want to think about the game is that you want to accelerate to the point where the items don't matter if you're far behind, right? So orange, once orange is here, fuck, I can't use purple. Once orange is here at brown line, right? We'll say this is 5 minutes. 5 minutes in time. And we'll say purple line is at 20 minutes in time. Once you've reached I'm running out of colors, god damn it. Once you've reached brown line, if you're a green team, you want it to take as long as possible, right? You want purple line. Okay, I gotta explain this. Right? The time between brown line and purple line is variable, right? It's variable, let's just say X for example, right? It could be 15. It could be 10. It could be 1 minute, right? It could be like, right, because if you're getting kills here at brown line number 2, then it's like 1 minute, right? So it's about understanding that if you're behind, you want to accelerate you want to make brown line here as close to purple line here as possible. We're going to use red again for a variable X. This is looking like a fucking child spewed dog shit on a board. Sorry about that. Right. You want to make these 2 times as close as possible, because the closer these times are, the less the advantage means, right? Because now I'm just gonna, you know what? Where's my eraser? God damn it. We're just gonna. Is there any way to make this bigger? We're just gonna. Yeah. How do I clear stuff? Bro, I haven't used paint in so long. We're just gonna like. Actually, you know what? We'll just undo all of this. There we go. And there we go. Okay. We're just gonna make another graph because, you know, what the fuck? Why not? Okay. So now we have graph number 2. And so graph number 2 can't be on my eraser. Is going to look like this. Holy, that looks like some ass. We're gonna grab our brush back. Right, so graph number 2. Come on, be black, please. Okay, we'll see if we can get the black this time. Okay, right, there we go. Now we've got graph number 2. So graph number 2, right? Fuck it. We're just gonna make another graph down here. Okay, graph number 2. Graph number 2. Hopefully this doesn't look like dog shit, right? And so we're gonna have red and blue team, okay? So graph number 2, in reality, right? Sorry about this, I'm trying to draw another one. Graph number 2 in reality looks something like this. However, you cannot go below this theoretical gold minimum, right? If you were to sit and spawn doing nothing, you will still accumulate gold. And that is the theoretical gold minimum. You cannot go under this line. So we are going to, if this will let me, fill in this. You cannot go under that line, okay? So what you have is you have red team here. And red team is just popping the hell off. They've got like 78 kills. They're going to infinity. Blue team, they're basically AFK. Like they're doing nothing. They're just sitting there. They're on their line, and so they're basically like that, right? And so now you want to reach. I'm gonna use brown and purple again, right? Here's brown line, right? We're at this point in the game, right? Brown line is the point that you're at. Purple line is our, god damn it, I can't draw. Purple line is the theoretical max item build. Everyone has max items, right? If you are red team, you want to make effectively the time between, I'll use black again, these two distances as long as possible. Because that means that it will be as long as possible that a gold advantage matters, right? Because once you hit full item build, a gold advantage doesn't matter. If you're blue team, you want the distance between these times to be as short as possible, because that means that the gold advantage time doesn't matter. Now getting back on track, right? When you trade, where did my mouse go again? This is the worst problem, right? When you trade 2 for 2, right? But you lose the objective. That's basically like if on this graph, right? Red team, instead of having this, right? Red team goes 2 for 2. So they get this little spike here, right? They get this little spike at this point right here. Blue team also gets a little spike at this point right here. That makes them closer to red team. But red team is still the same distance away. However, what that has done is that it's made blue team closer to purple, right? Because you need to be like right here. Here's where you need to be to reach purple. You need to be above this line. You need to be this tall to enter. And so blue, right, purple was down here for them. Now purple is like right here. Because now the theoretical gold minimum for blue looks something like this, right? And so now blue just needs to keep trading, because every time blue trades, red goes up as well. So red will hit a bump here instead, and blue will hit a bump here. Trading again, 2 for 2. The distance between these two has remained the same, but the distance to purple line is different. I hope this did not sound like the ramblings of a madman. And at this point, I should probably just... This will make a good thumbnail, so I'm keeping it. But the idea is that the more you trade, as long as you don't lose the game, you will effectively become closer in gold. Because if your opponent has a 100k gold lead over you, but the gold is 100k to 200k, it does not matter that they have a 100k. Because everyone has every single item they want anyways. It's basically inflation. Moving back to the real-time games. There are no objectives on the map, so we're probably going to see a sort of rotating focus forcing towers. What we're seeing though is we're seeing a lane swap. We have got the Karma and the Senna in mid, and the mid lane's playing bot. You should always do this if you're losing, not in your comp games. In a competitive game, I think that putting them in the mid lane is a lot safer, right? You have a lot more routes of escape. You can go through here to try to exit. You can go through the jungle to try to exit. If you're playing in the bot lane, you really only have two routes. You can go up and out the jungle, which will kill you, or you can go past your tower, in which case you'll probably get tower dived, right? This allows you also, basically it gives you more routes of escape, right? You have 1, 2, 3, and then like 4, 5, 6, and you can also play on your tower. Plus, it's also a lot easier to get help from both the top lane and the bot lane, right? Because if the Irie goes this way and the Camille goes this way, they will both arrive at mid lane at the same time. If the Camille comes down from top and the Irie comes down from bottom, you will not get help from the Camille. I like Osu trying to take the fight with the Diana. I think you win that if you're Irie. Because like Diana doesn't want to use her ultimate on you, because then that's just a big waste, right? So that being said, Extirpate is dead. Maybe I was wrong. Well, it's time to look at this fight again. I thought that was going to be a quick tower dive. Hex Tech Ultimatum thought differently. Okay, so let's watch this. So we start here. It's a 4v1. So Camel comes in. Looks like he's using his damage reduction ability. Senna hits a nice cross mapper. Both Camel and Nori kind of have to get out of the way of this, otherwise they will get killed. And who is that? That looks like Crown Prince just runs right into it. Camille then uses Hex Tech Ultimatum onto Nori. This is good, it means Ezreal can't escape at all. Pantheon then proceeds to ult in. This turns what is a 1v4 into a 2v4. I think it's arguable if this is a 1v4 or a 2v4 already. I consider the tower to basically be a 1.5 v4. So I'd say it's a 2.5 v4 now. And at this point, Camel's basically backed off. So it's like a 2.5 v3. Now it's a 2.5 v3 for real. They're going to stun up Konsui, and then Extirpate will get dragged out from under the tower. Now that they're out from under the tower, you can see how big the difference is, right? Like, there is no more damage boosting. And then it looks like, boom, he kind of gets a little antsy about committing on the kill, and just doesn't get it. Oh. Good on Konsui staying on the edge. Yeah. I'm watching this to see if there's any action that'll pop off. Doesn't look like it. There's no way they don't. Are you gonna do it again, really? You're gonna do them like this? Yeah, so they're all pretty low. If you go for a tower dive, I think that's a bad move, and Saints seem to agree. Oh, Osu. Oh no, no, no. Osu. Yikers. He has ult, so he should be able to get out of this though. That's one of the best parts about Ari. She's incredibly mobile. You know, they didn't commit on that either, because like the moment you see the Ari dash, she's gone. Execute and Crown Prince kind of playing footsies up top. Oh, good start. Oh, and this looks like Crown Prince should be dead. That being said, they will give up the dragon for this. If they can get the tower though, I think it's probably worthwhile. So how many dragons are we looking at here? That would be what? 1 for Saint, 1 for Reflection? Yeah, that's totally worth it. Like I said, you're accelerating closer to purple line. Yeah. The ravings of a madman. Looks like Reflection are preparing to take the Rift Herald. If Reflection can get the Rift Herald, I'd, 30, 35? Yeah, if Reflection can get the Rift Herald, I'd say they're back in this game. Just the way that they've been playing this, I think has been way better than game 1. They've stopped the bleeding, they've traded a few times, they've kind of swapped out the lanes. I think the problem in game 1 was it feels like they've done this too late. But like it feels like they're taking initiative, and like they're very close to what I would consider back in the game. Like, that being said, I'm still watching. I'm not no tanks, you know, Megamind no tanks. I mean, like it's I don't see where, like, if Nori scales, they're going to live. I don't see how. God damn, that was nice. Okay. So for those of you that might not have caught that the first time, I will go back 5 seconds. Look at this. So Kansui is going to flash over. He's going to Proto Belt flash over, get charmed, hit a massive stun, and then kind of back out. Ezreal hits a massive ultimate. Diana hits a massive. Oh my god, there's a lot going on. Okay, so Kansui hits a big stun, right? Then they all kind of back off. He gets his shield. He doesn't use his ult though, does he? Yes, he does not. Ezreal then proceeds to activate his effect, or his ultimate, right here. And as you can see, it will cover about the entirety of this lane. It's really good map knowledge here. Just knowing that there is no way for any of them to dodge it. At the same time, we're gonna watch Icy. Is there any way to find him in this mess? Right there. Look at Icy, right here. You can see my cursor, he's right here. He's really like, he hits a massive moonfall. He hits all 5 members here. And he pulls them, I think he specifically pulled KT right into the Ezreal ult. Yeah, I think KT gets out of there if he doesn't get hit by the moonfall. Senna ult comes down. Set proceeds to jump onto the support. Okay, so there's a lot going on here, right? Massive moonfall is hit. They all get pulled in, and who dies there? The mid. So it's a 3v4. But Kansui gets hit by what looks like, I think, the Karma ultimate, and then part of the Senna chip. He does take the Karma out of the fight though. So like, you know, it's Karma's basically dead, right? So, or no, that was Pantheon. Yeah, so Pantheon gets killed, but Karma's kind of taken out towards the back of the fight. And so we've got, who is this? This looks like Camel, and then Icy. So Camel, Icy, and then Nori. So Nori's getting jumped on by the Camille. and Camel's trying to kill the who is that? The Camel's trying to kill Blanks in the back line. Blanks is gonna get hit by the Diana dash, so is she gonna? Nope, she's not gonna dash over it. So Camel gets this kill on Blanks. What's going on up top? Seems like Nori used his stasis, right? Yeah, is that Nori? Yeah, that's Nori. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Nori and stasis. Yeah, Nori and stasis. Icy's kind of trying to zone off it, extirpate, and then Nori flies out. And then the Malphite comes in, doesn't do anything with the ult. Extirpate goes after Nori, but gets killed. So, very good fight. That being said, I want to watch this on 1x just to try to explain how fast all this happened, right? I've been talking about this like 10-second fight for like a minute now, right? So like, let's watch this. Okay, so here's the Konsui flash. Here's the Konsui flash. He's going to flash in like 3 seconds. Boom. He gets flashed. He gets rooted. Then they go in. They hit the Ezreal ult. Massive Diana ult. And look at him. Like, this is how fast things happen. And I want to explain that I think that, like, I don't place any fault on Reflection for losing this fight. I think that it was just a bad position that they found themselves in. I think that had they just, like... I think that they should have just taken this fight not in this corner specifically. I don't think they played the fight badly, because let's go look. Okay, so I've kind of talked about Saint and how they took the fight. Now let's look at Reflection, so that I can stop being a pagan and start looking at both sides. Okay. So Boom engages on the Konsui, and then they go for a root, which, like, honestly, you just kind of wait for the root to pop off. You kill Konsui, you're in a good spot. Konsui takes a lot of initiative. He does get hit with the root too. And he just hits them all in here. So, no tanks. This is where I think the lack of like a traditional tank has come to bite them. It feels like they lack like the engage potential here, right? Because they just get engaged on and then they just kind of get owned. Right, like they hit the Senna ultimate, they do a lot of damage to Konsui. They like the Karma ultimate comes down and it looks really good, honestly. Like if you look at how much damage it did, like it hit a lot of the Saint people, Saint players, and like yeah. And like by the time, and then like the other thing is like by the time you look at like X2 part, I don't know if that's X1 part, I don't know how to say his name. Sorry if I did say that wrong. And like by the time he's like gotten onto Nori, everyone's dead. Like Osu, KT are your damage dealers here, and so like you lack the ability to protect them. Yeah. So then then we'll just put this back on 1 speed. Yeah. So let's talk. I want to look at this fight because it's very interesting. I feel like Reflection just kind of did nothing here. Like what? They hit the Sen ultimate. Then they get hit by the Moonfall. Yeah, because like, okay, look at Osu's health bar, right? Right? Okay, I hope everyone's this is Osu right here. Like, look at that. It just goes from like half to nothing, right? Boom, 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 boom. Ezreal ultimate, Diana ultimate, hit right there. Same thing with Boom. They basically go from half to nothing immediately, and I think that's the problem. Without like a traditional frontline tank, you can't see this, but I'm putting it in air quotes, okay? They lack the ability to sort of counter engage. They just get dove on and they get owned. So like when I say like, I remember talking about this draft phase a little bit, but I was like, they're a dive comp, and this is a really great example of what the dive comp does. They dive on you. They burst up your carry. They burst down a player, and then from there they've expended like most of their cooldowns, but you can't kill them because your carry and like 2 of your players are dead, and so you just have nothing. I think this game like was lost in the early stages. And like although I've been talking about purple line because I'm a fucking crackhead, they've come close, but now they're just out of the game, right? Because there's the Karma ultimate, right? That's the Karma ult right there. But it doesn't affect the one player you need it to in Consui. Also, Camel is like right outside the ultimate. So like you're pulling back Nori and Icy, but why does that matter? Because they've already done their job, right? They've already killed your carry. When does Senna die in this fight also? I'm trying to follow when KT dies, right? Because he is alive here. He's alive here, right? There's KT. And then there's KT. And then there isn't KT right here. Yeah, he just gets... Yeah, so great example of a dive comp, honestly. Right? Like, if you want to show somebody how a dive comp is supposed to work, I think this is a great game, right? Especially this fight. Because what you see is you've got your one carry in the back. You've got 3 or 4 right here. And they all just immediately dive onto these. And so, I know that I've spent a lot of time on this team fight, by the way. I think it's really interesting. Right? So they use all of their abilities, or like they use their major abilities to do a lot of burst damage. And then once that burst damage is done, they're just taking a normal team fight. But once you've lost 2 people, you can't take a team fight well. This also kind of showcases the weakness of a burst comp and like a dive comp. If they don't get that kill onto Boom or Osu, I think they lose this fight. Because you can just see, like, Nori's dead, Consui was low for 90% of that fight. You know, if they don't get those kills, I think they lose this fight. Specifically on the KT2. I think that Nori has done an excellent job this game. And then we're just going to watch them clean it up. Ace take the Rift Herald. And if you remember what I was saying earlier, I was like, if they can, if Reflection can take the Rift Herald, I think they got a good chance to win this. But like, they just got... There was just an excellent team fight by SNT. Because the other thing to consider is that Consui, who initiated this fight, was about to get rooted. Like, he was here, right? And he was about to get rooted the moment he flashed. You can see him get rooted right as he flashes over. If he just doesn't take this engage, if he like a split second later, they lose this fight because he gets rooted, he gets poked down, and then he's dead. And I think that this is just really, really, like, Saints, I'm going to praise this game. They've been decisive. They've just been, like, I haven't seen any hesitation from them. I intend to look at the game if they lose because I'm really enjoying watching them. But yeah, I think this has been a really good game from Saints. I think Reflection, on the other hand, I like the second game. I think it's been a lot better than the first game. But I think that they've just kind of, like, they've lacked some initiative. And I think they've really lacked some initiative, especially in their, like, their choices in draft. And I think that's been a big problem. Right? Like, they've just kind of not had it. And, like, I mean, I think that, like, if they just come back and game plan this draft a little bit better, they win this game 100%. Like, they have a better shot at the game 100%. Like, I'd say it's, like, right, I felt like going into the draft, the game was, like, a 70-30. And, like, I feel like the way that Reflection has played this, though, it's closer to, like, a 60-40. And, like, I think that's just Reflection has been playing, like, on a micro level a little bit better. Obviously, except for when they don't give up those first kills easy. Good trying to trade here, but, like, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to go back and look at this, because I was just kind of talking over this. Okay, so what do we see? So, who gets caught out here? This is what? Extirpate? So Saints get an easy kill onto Extirpate, who's kind of like, he's been split pushing and like, Yeah, so whenever Extirpate split pushes, by the way, he always gets caught out. I feel like this has happened like 6 or 7 times. And like, I don't know, I don't blame him, but like, you can't be taking these fights because you got to assume that someone will get there. Also, not trading either hurts. Yeah. So Blank kind of gets out of there, same with KT. But yeah, so they get KT, and they just decide, like, we don't need to push that. We can just take the kill on the Blanks, and they do, and then he's dead. So yeah, now they're down 2, and I think the Saints can just end the game here, honestly. If they don't end the game here, I would be a bit sad. I think that they just have, or at least take an inhibitor, right? Like you're down 2, Irie's farming mid. I mean, I would just take it, try to win the game. Like, at the very least, you wanted the inhibitor. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's good. The respawns do come in time. I thought they maybe had a longer cooldown, and then oh my. If you're not gonna get the tower, you can't split push. That's all. That's my take, right? So Irie's sitting here. She's split pushing. Right, and then she just gets killed. Did this fast rotation path, stun her up. Oh, she actually gets out. Damn. Yeah, then I mean, like, if you can get out, then yeah, that's good. I thought she got killed. Huh. Yeah, I mean, good play by Osu. Even though he is 0-3-3, I like how he's played this entire match. I feel like he's been a bit of a standout. I feel like the karma has had no impact, and I also feel like the Pantheon pick has had little to no impact. Like, the biggest useful part of Pantheon's kit is his global ultimate, and I feel like that's gotten little to no value. Yeah, so this is just like they're farming up. You're going to play for the dragon. Even though it is a cloud dragon, you don't want to give the second one over to Saint or to Reflection. Especially because that's just like, that's closer to the purple line. And so yeah. Hold the fuck up. Okay, so this is another thing, right? Here is Extirpate. He is full health. Nori hits his skill shots, second skill shot, and then the third one. And then boom. He is half health. Right? That's like all Nori, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's a little bit of a Malphite chip there, but yeah, that's 100% Nori. Like, that's like, you can't take those. I don't know why you're out here. Like, I don't know why you're out here separated from your team. This literally happened like 30 seconds ago where you got killed because you were too far away from your team. And it like almost happened again and you got lucky. Or it does. Yeah, reflection. I wanted you. I like this. I know that I've been nagging on them, but I'm really liking how they played the micro game. I really like how they haven't lost. They're still playing this game out, and I think they seem to be playing this really fucking well too. Like look at this though. You just give up this easy kill, and like, I wouldn't even say easy kill. I'd say this is an easy triple, because they have ults and they don't care about using their ults. At this point, as long as you're dead, they will get in an objective. And like, the Baron is 30 seconds away. You can't take a bad fight, Oh, are they just pushing to end it? I mean, you can get a tower too. Like, look at this. Jax is going to solo dragon. They're going to keep pushing down the tower. You've got 10 seconds. I mean, if you want to try to take a second inhib, I think you've got it. There's the Cloud Dragon. And now they're going to go take Baron. Yep. Okay. I'm just waiting for the Baron fight to pop off. Wait. Pantheon, buddy. Okay. I will stand by the fact that, you know how I said earlier, I was like, oh, that blind ult, if you don't do it right, it'll be really punishing, and he didn't get punished. He's about to get punished. Yeah, he's dead. Like look at this. Like, what do you expect? If you're gonna you can't blind ult that. Like, this is why I'm gonna say it. Globals are dog shit in Wild Rift because they get you nothing. Right, like you could just walk over there, and by the time you walked over there, the Baron will have already been taken anyways. And like you didn't get anything. Like what did you get there? Huh? Kansui? Oh. Good kill. Okay. So you give up a really bad kill here, right? But for some reason Kansui sticks around. I don't know what he was thinking. And like, I mean, everybody just hits their skill shots. Like, look, these are some really nice shots. Like, that's the root obviously isn't hard, but like, look at this. This is great. This is a great skill shot by Osu here, and the reason it's so good is that he could 100% go any direction out of this. Like, there's a good reason to fire it almost any direction. I think, and he hits it, and like. They don't even give up on the kill. They're like, yep, we're gonna take that. And so they are accelerating the purple line, baby. Oh, now I realize why the purple line diagram didn't make sense, but like it's too. We'll talk about purple line afterwards. Oh my god, that was nasty. So we're going to want, like I said earlier, I think Osu has been a standout performer. Like, he has been nasty with some of these. Like, look at this. Look at this. He knows Nori is here, right? He doesn't know. He places the ward down after he fires the skill shot, by the way. Right? You see the skill shot go out, and then you see the ward go down. And he hits the skill shot, and he almost kills him too. I think that was actually incredible by Osu. And he doesn't die there, manages to get away. Oh, but that's a little greedy, I'm sorry. The moment you go for this, you're insanely greedy. Oh, he does. Yeah, he wasn't greedy. I was wrong. There was no way you get out of that. I think Crown Princess just has that. Extirpate goes for the stasis. Nori gets out. Yeah, I think the game's over. It looks like they're just gonna do this the correct way. And yep, they're just going to keep getting the kills, and then that's the game. Okay, now I can go back to MS Paint. So the reason why I think that this diagram isn't good. I think that the purple line, right, we're going to go back to purple. The purple line should not be drawn on the time axis, right? This should be drawn on the gold axis. The purple line should be here. We will get rid of this. There we go. Come on, pee pee poof. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna try this conversation again. So you've got your red team that's got kills. Hello? Okay, there we go. We've got time and then gold. And so you've got your red team that goes like this, right? So everybody starts at this minimum, and then they go, oh, we got a kill. Then they keep going. Then we go, oh, we got an objective and a few kills. And then, oh, we got another kill. And then this will be like, we'll say our yellow line is like 20 minutes, okay? So this is like 20 minutes. And then we've got our blue team. And our blue team is kind of getting owned. Right, they start at the minimum, and then they go, oh, we're getting owned. Oh, we got to kill at the objective. Oh, we got to kill. Oh, we got a dragon. We snuck a dragon, you know? Boom. Now, the purple line is here, right? The purple line is this theoretical gold maximum, where everybody has a full item build. I'm gonna draw an arrow there. And once everybody reaches this theoretical maximum, the difference between this does not matter. That's basically the point here, right? Once you hit max items, your like final item, it doesn't matter, right? The difference between these two could be 1 gold, or it could be 100,000 gold, right? It doesn't matter because you're not going to be buying items anymore. It's exactly the same. At this point, it's all about team fighting. And that's the point I was trying to make. Well, I mean, good on you if you managed to watch this to the end of the video. This has been a slobber knocker. Have a great day.